Okay, so this is my Macintosh SE FDHD version, so it has the high density floppy drives. Got this for $15 off eBay. You can see I have like all the accessories for keyboard cable right here, and the mouse cable. It's hooked into these two ports right here, called Apple Desktop Bus. This is the floppy drive port, the SCSI port, printer and modem, and sound. See where it says Macintosh SE, and it says 1988 on the back of it, so it is a 1988 model, and a cooling fan which still works fine. And this is a boot disk. It's running System 6.4. It does have a hard drive inside it, but some of the system disk folders have been renamed so it doesn't boot off of the hard drive, but the hard drive does function, at least from what I can tell. This is from Micronet, which is who put the hard drive in it. You can see here's the mouse. It's one button, Apple Desktop Bus mouse. That. Have the case right here. This is the printer cable, and I don't have a printer. Owner's guide, shoulder strap for the case, other software, mouse pockets. Right here is the system disk. I put these in here. These came with an iPod. These are just little Apple stickers. Setup guide for the Mac. That's where I store the boot disk, printing tools disk, and the original utilities discs are behind there. So I'm gonna pop in my boot disk and power it up with the switch right here. Start up sound. I can't control this. It's just something the camera does. The screen does work perfectly, but the little bar at the top where the Apple menu and stuff is burnt into it, but that's no big deal. Happy Mac. Welcome to Macintosh. You can see the little drawing, and you can hear the floppy drive reading. I'm not really sure if the bottom floppy drive works, but I know for sure the top one does. I need to copy this boot disk and put the original back in there. Okay, you can see the little watch, an Apple menu and stuff. Okay, so we got the system folder, Micronet utility, Micronet readme. Look at this, it's from 1989. And teach text. And this icon, which looks like a computer right here. You can see it's named wrong. It's on the hard drive. What was that? I love this mouse. About the Finder, I think it originally came with 6.3. Like I said, it's running 6.4 and Finder version 6.1.4. The Finder is using 2404K, and the system is using 156K. The total memory is 2 megabytes. This is the keyboard. It's called an Apple keyboard, and the brightness knob is up under there. Close this. Yeah, it does that. So we'll just go to that. It tries to rename it all the time, but it says you can't rename it, I think. 78, I don't know why that folder's called that. Copy of empty folder, LaserWriter 2, registration card PUB. Once I clicked that, but it said file not found, so let's not go into that. Trash, nothing in the trash. And right there, it was already opened when it booted. That's just, the floppy disk, the system folder right there. All that stuff appears to be named right before I accidentally rename any of it. Let's get out of that. control panel, full clipboard, all that. Let's shut it down. Not a whole lot I can do with it until I get the software fixed. Okay, so it gave me my disk. Well, turn it off. Whoops, almost fell there. That wouldn't have been good. Okay. So, yeah, that is my 1988 Macintosh SE.